All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We appreciate your coming out, certainly here for all of our scheduling events here this evening. And we thank you for sticking around for our advanced placement information night. I think the logical place to start is what exactly is AP? You've heard probably the letters AP thrown around from time to time when referencing our academic prep period that we have. Certainly that's a time for remediation and enrichment built into our school day, but that's not what we're talking about in this venue. In this venue, AP is advanced placement. So what exactly is advanced placement? Well, in a nutshell, it is a rigorous academic program that's really built on passion, on commitment, on hard work across three different groups. Our students, our AP teachers, and certainly college faculty and staff have a part to play in this process as well. Now, what exactly, AP, when we're talking about this, what is the goal with our advanced placement program? Well, really what we're trying to do here is we're trying to develop the skills, the abilities, the content knowledge necessary to be successful, not just at the college level, but I think we can take that further. This is to be successful at life, ladies and gentlemen. That's what our AP program is. So when we're talking about AP, I mentioned these three different groups. I mentioned students and our AP teachers, and certainly the learning relationship there is pretty obvious, but how do college faculty and staff have a part to play in our advanced placement program? Well, I want to talk about that for just a minute. When a teacher is asked to teach an AP course, whether here at Northeastern or anywhere, the first job that we have is to complete research. We need to talk to college faculty and staff. We need to talk to other advanced placement teachers in our subject area. We need to look at other sample syllabi. We need to do all that research, and all of that research culminates in the creation of an advanced placement syllabus that we are then required to submit to the College Board. Now, this is the organization that's responsible for not just our AP program. This is the this is the organization responsible for our standardized testing programs like the SATs and so on. They employ college faculty and staff who then will examine the syllabus. They will deem it either sufficiently rigorous, it meets college expectations, and they will approve it, or they will send it back for revision, and we're required to revise that syllabus and resubmit it until it meets the rigorous standards of the College Board. I think we are exceedingly proud here at Northeastern High School that all of our advanced placement courses are deemed AP courses. All of them carry course-approved syllabi, and certainly I think that is something, again, that we are extremely proud of. I think something else that we're proud of here at Northeastern is that when I came here almost 20 years ago now, I shouldn't admit that, ladies and gentlemen, we offered maybe 2, maybe 3 AP courses. For the 2018-2019 school year, we are offering 14 advanced placement courses across a number of different subject areas at this point in time. Again, we have grown this program substantially over the last number of years. I want to take just a minute and I want to talk about, or at least introduce you to these AP courses. Now, I will be honest, I'm an English teacher, so we're going to start with English. Sorry, I'm a little biased. That said, we have 2 English courses, AP English courses that we teach here at Northeastern. We have our AP English Language and Composition course taught by Mr. Garrigan. My name again is Mr. Weaver, and I teach our AP English Literature and Composition course here at the high school. Moving into our next kind of subject area, our math department, we have AP Statistics taught by our very own Mr. Albury, and AP Calculus taught by Mr. Kohler. When we go into our social studies offerings, ladies and gentlemen, again, we have a number of courses across different areas. We have our AP Human Geography course taught by Mrs. Sodal. We also have this is a long list. We have AP United States Government and AP Comparative Government, both taught by Ms. Whitmer at this point in time. We also have in that department, I believe, our AP Psychology course that is currently taught by Mr. Dement in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our next kind of area here, we have a number of science courses that we offer. AP Environmental Science is taught by Mr. Zirkle. We have AP Biology taught by Mr. Sipe, I believe in the corner over here. And we have, again, new for the 2018-2019 school year, our AP Physics course that is taught by our very own Mrs. Durazio for the first time. So again, our offerings are expanding. When it comes to foreign language, we have a course offering here as well. We have AP Spanish Language and Culture taught by Senora Zimmerman. And I don't know that we offer this for next year, but we are always looking to expand our program. I think tentatively, Mr. Gay, am I correct here, for 2019-2020, we may be looking at AP French, possibly? Yeah. Okay, I believe that is the case. Okay, absolutely. I wanted confirmation on that. Oui, yes, thank you, absolutely. We are always looking to expand our AP offerings here, folks. And again, that is part... Yeah, well, absolutely, yep. Moving on to our computer department. Absolutely.
We just want to remind you that Paul Mart will be open till 8:15. Paul Mart is open till 8:15 in the hallway of 200 Hall. Thank you.
Buy some beer.
And when we're done, please go to Paul Mart. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, we did want to talk about our computer department. Again, we have a number of different offerings. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see up here, we have AP Computer Science taught by Mr. Zirkle, and we have AP Computer Science Principles that's currently taught by Mr. Weichert. So again, as you can see, 14 different AP courses that we offer here at Northeastern High School. Tremendous offerings, again, across a number of different subject areas. That said, I do want to turn the presentation over at this point in time to Mrs. Sodal. She's going to talk about the benefits of AP coursework here at Northeastern High School. So without further ado, Mrs. Sodal.
Thank you, Mr. Weaver. We've heard a lot of really great presentations tonight about the different things that we're offering students here at Northeastern to benefit them. And we are very proud of our AP program here, how much it has grown, how much we support our students. So our AP courses here, there are a lot of academic benefits to it as well as financial benefits. But first and foremost, when kids take these AP courses, one of the possibilities that happens when they graduate is that if they end up at a university that accepts credit in one way or another, they sometimes will be put into a course that is a higher level course than what a normal introductory freshman college student would take. So instead of having to take that 101 class, they get bumped up into a 201 class, or they get to take an additional class in their major, which allows their experience at college to be more rich. So they get that benefit here at Northeastern by having it taught by these high school teachers that have gone through the training with the AP program, but also then get to have a richer college experience once they get there. Additionally, can you go back just one more? One of the other things that is beneficial to our students here is that when they're here at Northeastern, they're taking these college level courses for the ability to possibly get that college credit when they get to a college or university, but they have the support system here in the building. So some of our students choose to do dual enrollment, but those that choose to do AP classes, they have that support system here 24/7 with their teachers, that they see them each day, and it really helps to make sure that they're as successful as possible. And as the Northeastern community, we well know that we are here for each other. So that's definitely something we pride ourselves on through our program. Additionally, with our AP program, successful completion of coursework increases students' chances to be accepted into a number of universities and colleges. Now, each university and college, they choose differently how they're going to accept those credits. So it's good for you to do your research. If your child knows where they're wanting to go or has some sort of interest in a possible college or university, College Board does have that information on their website where you can check and see what the equivalencies are for how they score on certain tests and whether that college is going to accept it completely. Sometimes a college will double their credits. Even we have students who have received double the amount of credits because they took a number of different AP courses. So there are a number of different ways that this can benefit you financially. So the students are here in high school taking it and take the possibility of a $85 test, which Mr. Sipe is going to talk about a little bit more here in a few minutes, for a much reduced rate than what tuition would cost when you're there for your 4 years. And as Mr. Gay has also said, our students here at Northeastern receive a higher weighting when they take an AP course, so they get that 1.1 weighting on their transcript with that. Last but not least, the AP program, we could stand up here a long time and talk about a lot of the different benefits to the program, but we wanted to let you hear firsthand from some students who have graduated from here. And we have a video we'd like to show you where they talk about how influential and how beneficial the program's been to them. Just so that you can hear us talk about it all day, but sometimes it's helpful to actually hear from the students who have experienced it themselves. So we'd like to take a few minutes to show you that, and hopefully you find that beneficial as well.
I'm going to Cedar Crest College in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I have a double major in psychology and environmental conservation. I attend Princeton University and I'm looking at a major in geosciences.
I go to Virginia Tech and I major in mechanical engineering.
I attend Arcadia University and I am majoring in international studies.
I attend Stevenson University and I have a major in English and a minor in legal studies. I took 8 AP classes and they weren't too bad for me. I was able to keep up with the work, but it was definitely a lot of work.
I took 8 AP classes at Northeastern, some of them multiple in the semester, so it did feel a little challenging, but the workload was worth it in the end.
So I took 5 AP courses at Northeastern, and I think they really helped me, especially the 2 AP calculus courses gave me an edge in my calc classes in college. The other ones were the Gov class, and I thought I had a lot of fun with them. They helped me get rid of a lot of, I don't want to say unnecessary, but classes I didn't want to take my freshman year, so that helped.
I took 5 AP classes at Northeastern and they just helped motivate me to be a better student, which helped me overall in college. And I also received 26 credits for the AP classes and tests that I took.
Well, taking an AP level course is more in-depth than a normal high school level course. So once you get into college where the classes are even more in-depth, you're a little bit more prepared to go at the same intensity that is.
It has really helped me in a lot of ways. One, I feel better prepared than some of my classmates, just in not only being able to keep up with the work ethic, but I feel like I'm also a better writer and critical thinker than some of them. And I think that's from my experience with AP classes.
So definitely take it if you think you can take a workload, and more often than not you can. Teachers for AP classes aren't out to get you. They want you to pass, they want you to pass the AP test, because they want you to do as well as you can. So if you ever get the chance that between a regular class or an AP class, take the AP class 10 times out of 10. It'll get you so much farther ahead in college, and you'll find having a lot of fun.
Taking AP classes in high school helped prepare me by getting me used to the workload and managing the work on my own without being guided along step by step. And it's also just a good transition between regular classes and college level classes.
AP classes were definitely a challenge in high school because they push you to your limit with time management and difficulty, but they definitely prepare you for college with analytical skills, reasoning, and time management is the biggest benefit from AP classes.
My name is Autumn Mulhide. I am a college freshman and I took AP classes at Northeastern High School.
My name is Leslie Eisenhower and I'm a college freshman who took AP classes at Northeastern.
I'm Derek Oster, I'm a college freshman, and I took AP classes at Northeastern.
I'm Liz Hyland. I'm a college freshman and I took AP classes here at Northeastern High School.
I'm Ashley Broadfeller. I'm a college freshman and I took AP courses here at Northeastern High School.
All those students are actually sophomores now, and even a little bit beyond academically, especially Liz, who got 26 credits for all of her AP classes. She got double credits, which was awesome, saved her a ton of money. So we're really proud of them, and we thought that they had great things to say, and that's why we wanted to share it with you again for a second year. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Aubrey.
Thank you. I wanted to talk a little bit about the expectations and the rigor of AP classes. You are, of course, still in high school, and you are subject to high school expectations and high school protections. But one of the things that I tell my AP students when we start the course is welcome to college, because the content is college content. You're getting college credit for it if you do well enough. And the reason you're getting college credit for it is because it is absolutely college level content. Because it is college level content, we have slightly different expectations. Well, I don't want to say slightly. We have different expectations of your intellectual engagement in the course, your initiative in the course. I, for one, do not give any credit for homework because that is simply an expectation that you are going to do the work because you need to learn the content. Mr. Weaver mentioned that college professors are in fact part of our sort of three-part system in terms of creating AP courses. One of the things that college professors do is they run workshops and teach graduate level courses to teachers about how to teach AP courses. And I have done both of those things. Mr. Caller has done both of those things. I can't speak to the entire staff. I don't know what all of your experiences are, but I will say this. When I have gone to those workshops and when I have gone to those, taken those courses, the professors don't talk to me the way my education professors talked about how to teach high school. They talk to me about how we talk about this content with adults, because that's what this is. So one of the things that has been mentioned is that AP courses are weighted 1.1 to 110%. And many of you are coming from honors level courses and you're straight A students and you're used to that level of success. When you get to an AP course, you certainly can achieve that sort of success, but the 110% weight represents an 110% expectation of the work that you're going to have to do. You might find that as you come into an AP course and put forth the same level of engagement you put in your other courses, maybe you're not getting that A, and maybe you do have to push yourself a little bit harder. But it's worth it, as several of these people have said. You put the work in, you put the time in, and you get college credit, and it is an outstanding experience. I can tell you, for my own subject, AP Statistics, I have discovered it is a more comprehensive course than a freshman level statistics course. I teach more to these students than I learned when I took statistics in college. And that is by design. We are offering you this awesome opportunity, but we are expecting you to come into the room as adults and take it super seriously. So I think that's about all I have to say. Who am I passing this off to? Mr. Sipe. Mr. Sipe, who's going to talk to us about fundraising? Okay.
Thank you. Short and sweet, probably the most burdensome part of the AP program is that the AP tests in May are expensive, $80 to $90 each. And you heard from the video that several of our former students have taken 5, 6, 7, 8 students, 8 tests, and financially that burden adds up. So we have a couple things in place to help offset those costs. A couple times a year as a staff, we do some, district-wide dress down days, try to raise some money to spread among all of our students who are taking tests. But initially, we have a couple fundraisers, one of which is getting started tonight. So before you leave, if you're a potential AP student, if you're not a potential AP student, but you like to help fundraise, we have some forums over there. We have a sandwich sale that's taking place over the next several weeks. Orders are due March 11th. But please take this along with you. The beauty of this is that the money that you earn from selling these sandwiches goes directly into your personal sort of piggy bank account. And you're not spreading your fundraising among the entire population of AP students, but rather your fundraising efforts benefit your account in terms of taking your May test or tests. So please consider, if you're an AP student, and families, please consider and encourage your students to do that. Just try to put some effort into offsetting those costs that will come around in May, and try to take that burden off by just selling some sandwiches and trying to offset those costs that you'll see later on. Okay. Like we said, we have a couple other fundraisers that we do as a staff, but from a student's perspective and from a family perspective, this is the best way to offset those costs. Okay. Before you leave, make sure you see myself or Mr. Albury or any of the other AP teachers, we can get you some of these forms to take along with you, and all the information is on there in terms of when to bring money back. Mr. Aubrey, is it safe to say that money should come, an order form should come directly to you?
To me.
Okay.
And the date is on the form.
The date is on the form, and all of the forms, order forms and money should go directly to Mr. Aubrey in room
217.
217. Okay, thanks. Click. I don't know who's next. You can hand that off.
It's all you. Yeah. Did you take the mic?
I don't know, we didn't hit on it, but we have kind of a graduated assessment costs, and that's not coming up in the slide, right? So there is federal government support, Title 5 funds. Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 5. Title V funds that we're permitted to use to help us manage the costs of the assessments. So the federal government gives us some money to discount the assessments for students who receive free and reduced meal. So if you have a student who receives free and reduced meal, that qualifies your student for a lower cost test. It's typically around a $30 to $40 discount on the assessment. That changes annually because we're not in control of the funds that we're given, but it is a pretty helpful support. So just one thing I want to mention for you guys. Who's next?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude the kind of large group portion of our presentation here this evening for our AP Info Night. But we are going to encourage you to, we're going to break out at this point in time. As you will note, a number of our AP teachers are spread around the room here. If you have course-specific questions, if you have interest in particular courses and so on, we would encourage you to visit these various teachers. Again, ask those questions, gain clarification. We have very good representation of our advanced placement department here this evening. We do have, I think, 1 or 2 had a previous commitment because this was a rescheduled event. You all know that, who were unable to make it tonight. But again, even if we have a teacher who's not here, please, we would encourage you to reach out to them. If you have questions via email, phone, find a convenient time to meet with them. If you have course-specific questions, again, we will certainly entertain those, do our best to answer them for you. So again, thank you for coming out. We appreciate it, and please feel free to talk to our AP teachers. Thank you.